So let's cover some key features of the Cool. Okay, so the size, it's a very comfortable size. It's not a small pen, it's not a huge pen. It's very comfortable both posted and unposted. It posts very securely. I find it to be a very comfortable mid-size pen. I do like the grip section. The grip section itself is slightly tapered and it flares up just a little bit at that metal part. That's actually where it's going to grip into the insert to click the cap closed. And because it's a click cap and it's not a screw cap, it makes it so that you can have a very long range of where you can hold the grip without having any threads getting in your way. I know some people are really bothered by holding on to the thread portion of a grip, and there is no thread portion here. I find the grip is very long, and even with my large hand, and I tend to hold my thumb very far back on most of my pens, it still stays on the grip. I'm not even up on the actual body of the pen yet. So that is a huge, huge plus for me. I find this pen very comfortable to hold. Even though the grip is a little bit on the smaller side, I still find it very comfortable. The nib itself is not huge. It's a smaller nib. You know, it's not going to be, it's probably going to be about comparable to a number 5 size. It is a Platinum proprietary nib. I did not find it to be easily removable out of the pen. So maybe you can remove it, but I wasn't able to. It does have a clear grip, so it can, you know, when you fill it with ink, you can see the ink kind of working its way through, which is cool. And then it's got translucent feed as well. And I'll show you in a minute when I go to use Apache Sunset how neat it's going to look filling up this pen. Now I know one of the things you're thinking about, can this thing be used as an eyedropper? Well, it is a cartridge converter pen, right? And it can use either a cartridge or a converter rather easily. It comes with a converter, it's great, highly recommend it. I like the Platinum converter. The converter itself is easily disassembled, you know, so if you want to take it apart, clean it out, grease it up, you can keep this converter working optimally very, very easily. I'm a big fan of the Platinum converter here. Even though it's proprietary and you can only use it on the Platinum pens, you know, I'm a big fan of it. However, if you're looking at using an eyedropper, okay, technically, sure, you could use this as an eyedropper pen. You can fill this body with ink, there's no holes in the back, you could put some silicone grease here, and you could use it as an eyedropper just fine. However, here's the catch. If you're going to use it as an eyedropper, you're going to run into problems over time because this section is metal right here. And especially inside there, you don't have the same plating on the outside as you do. You get more into a kind of a bare metal. I don't know what kind of metal it is. It appears to be brass. I'm not exactly sure in there. But you know, if you've got any ink on metal contact for an extended period of time, more than likely it's going to corrode the metal and cause some problems for your pen. So for that reason alone, I don't recommend using it as an eyedropper. If you want to just experiment with it for a day or two, you know, that's your own prerogative. But I wouldn't recommend buying this pen for the intention of using it as an eyedropper for a long period of time. So some of the other features of this pen, you know, it's got some nice little accents here. It's got this little Platinum name in there, and you know, aesthetically, it's an attractive pen. The only thing I kind of wish is that it had a clear insert here in the top so that you could see the nib when the pen was closed. But for me, that's not a total deal breaker. I would rather have the insert there and have it be opaque than not have it at all. And the reason is because that thing is going to, right around here, it kind of grips right around this part of the pen. And so when you're doing that, it allows it to really kind of seal in there. And it's going to keep it so that your pen doesn't dry out nearly as quickly as most other fountain pens would. Now, it's not going to be quite as good as, say, the Platinum 3776 Century, which is designed to last for like a year or two. It's not going to be quite that good, but I think that you'll find that this pen will last longer than most in terms of how long it'll go without drying out.